Welcome back to This Week in Weed. Let's take a look at our top stories. Federal law prohibits a person from legally possessing a firearm if they use marijuana, even if he or she uses cannabis for medicinal purpose in accordance with state law, according to a memo issued last week by the U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The ATF's September 21st memo, titled Open Letter to All Federal Firearms Licensees, states, federal law prohibits any person who is unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance from shipping, transporting, receiving, or possessing firearms or ammunition. Marijuana is listed in the Controlled Substances Act as a Schedule I controlled substance, and there are no exceptions in federal law for marijuana purportedly used for medicinal purposes, even if such use is sanctioned by state law. The memo affirms, therefore, any person who uses or is addicted to marijuana, regardless of whether his or her state has passed legislation authorizing marijuana use for medicinal purposes, is an unlawful user of or addicted to a controlled substance and is prohibited by federal law from possessing firearms or ammunition. Further, if you are aware that the potential transferee is in possession of a card authorizing the possession of marijuana under state law, then you have reasonable cause to believe that the person is an unlawful user of a controlled substance. As such, you may not transfer firearms or ammunition to that person. In May, the Oregon Supreme Court ruled that federal law should not legally prohibit state-authorized medical marijuana consumers from possessing registered firearms. While campaigning for the presidency, Barack Obama had pledged that he would not be using Justice Department resources to try to circumvent state laws on this, the medical marijuana, issue. City police officers are to cease making misdemeanor marijuana arrests in cases where the contraband was not displayed in public view, according to an internal order issued late last week by Police Commissioner Ray Kelly and reported by the New York Post. Although simple marijuana possession is a non-criminal violation in New York, police can charge a suspect with a criminal misdemeanor if the marijuana is open to public view. In 2010, city police made 50,383 lowest-level marijuana possession arrests, involving cases where marijuana was either used or possessed in public. The total was the second highest in the city's history and was an increase of over 5,000% from 1990, when police reported fewer than 1,000 low-level pot arrests. Over 85% of those charged are typically either African American or Latino. The commissioner's new order stipulates that marijuana discovered during a police search is a violation punishable by a ticket only. The memo states that instances where the contraband was disclosed to public view at an officer's direction are not sufficient grounds to charge that suspect in violation of State Penal Law 221.10. An online analysis of marijuana arrests in New York and other major cities nationwide is available online at www.marijuana-arrests.com. The question of whether the federal government should legalize and regulate the adult use of marijuana in a manner similar to alcohol is the leading vote-getter on the White House's recently launched online petition website, We the People. NORML submission, which asks, isn't it time to legalize and regulate marijuana in a manner similar to alcohol? If not, please explain why you feel the continued criminalization of cannabis will achieve the results in the future that it has never achieved in the past, is presently the most popular petition, garnering over 48,000 individual votes from the public. According to the website, any petition that receives more than 5,000 votes will receive a public response from a representative of the Obama administration. NORML submission surpassed the 5,000 vote threshold within hours of the website's launch. The popularity of NORML's White House petition has received widespread mainstream media coverage, including mentions by MSNBC, The New York Times, Forbes, and the International Business Times. That was This Week in Weed. Thanks for watching, and tune back in next Thursday for the newest episode.